In this video, we're showing you how to install Boost Auto's Lumastep M1, our one-of-a-kind light-up running boards for 2015 through 2020 Ford F150 trucks. Ready to take your truck to the next level? Meet Lumastep M1 light-up running boards from Boost Auto. It's not just about looking good, Lumastep is durable, it's rugged, built to withstand even the most extreme climate. Our running boards are built with 6000 series aerospace grade aluminum, meaning they can handle whatever you throw at it. Lumastep features premium lighting functions, allowing full customization on your truck, so take your build to the next level and stand out from the crowd. Our lighting options include white or amber running lights with standard or sequential turn signal, and of course, startup sequence that matches our mirror lights. You can also option for rock light functionality for added visibility. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to boostauto.com to check fitment, availability, and to purchase Lumastep M1 running boards and all other products offered for your truck. Get Lumastep M1 light up running boards and step up your game. This procedure applies to both Super Crew, also known as Crew Cab, and Super Cab, also known as Extended Cab, for F-150 trucks. Lumastep is offered for a wide range of makes and models. If this procedure does not apply to your vehicle, don't worry. We got a separate Boost Auto install video just for you. Your Lumastep M1 kit will come in two boxes, the running board kit and the hardware kit. The running board kit will contain your running boards with the integrated lights and modules. The kit will also contain the main, driver, and passenger side harnesses and supplementary parts depending on what you option for. You can either go with our simple plug-and-play adapter that connects directly to your headlight harness to add lighting features to your boards, or use our Hardwire adapter to tap to the wires at the headlight directly. If you option for rock light functionality, you can add on our rock light harness that integrates with both our plug-and-play adapter and our Hardwire adapter. The harness also comes with a switch that you can install anywhere on your dash. Adding rock light is a great way to ensure high visibility in the dark, both while driving or parked. Be sure to add rock light when you're building out your running boards. Your hardware kit will contain the driver's side brackets and the passenger side brackets along with the bracket covers. This hardware kit will also contain all washers and fasteners needed for your installation. Please note, Super Crew applications will have 3 brackets on each side. Super Cab applications will have 1 less bracket on each side, and so Super Cab kits will have the corresponding number of washers and fasteners. As we progress through this install, we'll call out specific hardware used every step of the way. Here's a complete tool list for your reference. You can pause here to collect them, then let's proceed with the install. In this video, we're going to be using our shop lift to better show the procedure. The entirety of the procedure can easily be done on the ground. All the steps shown while on the lift will be the same as doing it on the ground. In this video, we're showing the mounting procedure on the passenger side, but it's all the same on the driver's side. Here are your mounting points for Super Crews. You'll have the one closest to the front, then you'll have the second mounting point closest to the center. Finally, the third mounting point will be closest to the rear wheels. Now for Super Cab applications, you only have 2 mounting points, one in the front and one in the rear. Let's start at the front mounting point that applies to both Super Crew and Super Cab applications. All the brackets look identical, so go ahead and install a bracket at the first mounting point as shown in this video. Slide in the bracket, guiding the studs from the truck's body through the bracket holes. Next, secure the bracket to the truck by installing a large flat washer, then a 13mm lock nut from your kit to each of the 3 studs. You can further tighten the lock nuts, but hold off on tightening them all the way since we'll be doing further adjustments down the line. Next, move over to the second mounting point. This mounting point only applies to Super Crew applications. Like before, slide the bracket on and secure it with a flat washer and a lock nut at each of the 3 studs. Finally, move over to the third and final mounting point. This mounting point applies to Super Crew and Super Cab applications. Again, slide the bracket on and secure it in place with a flat washer and a lock nut at each stud. With all the passenger side brackets on, proceed to mounting all the driver's side brackets. All the brackets are identical, so they will go on in the same way. At this point, we'll install the bracket covers. This one's the front passenger side bracket. Orientate each cover so its center lines up with the running board mounting bracket. Once the bracket covers are aligned, proceed with installing the screw-on tabs. Install the bracket covers on the other mounting brackets on the passenger side in the same way. Then repeat on the driver's side. Now we're ready to mount our Lumastep M1 running boards to the brackets. Make sure you're mounting the correct running board on each side. The Lumastep M1 plate as well as the integrated module on each board should face towards the front of the truck. Here we're showing the steps on the passenger side. Before mounting, flip your board over. For Super Crew applications, install 6 T-bolts to the board, 3 on each track. For Super Cab applications, it's 4 T-bolts, 2 on each track. Align the T-bolts roughly to the position of the brackets. Then drop your running board onto the brackets. Go ahead and guide all the T-bolts through the holes on the brackets. Then secure each bolt with a flat washer, then a lock washer, and a nut. Use a 10mm socket to thread in the nut further. Hold off on tightening completely for now. At this time, you can slide your board forward or backwards to your desired preference. Once you have your board where you want it, fasten everything down. Once everything is tightened down, perform the same steps on the driver's side. Ensure this board is aligned with the passenger side board before securing all the fasteners down. Once everything is installed, we can move on to the routing of the wiring harness to our Lumastep M1 running boards. Start by opening the hood. Then disconnect the battery at the negative terminal. We'll start on the passenger side. Make sure to use the main harness with the power and ground terminals on this side. Tape the 2 connectors going to the running board module to a flattened out coat hanger or straightened out metal piece. Then route the harness along the passenger side firewall and fender liner away from any heat or moving parts. Once the straightened out metal piece pokes out through the bottom of the passenger side fender, proceed with pulling the harness through. Remove the tape from the connectors and plug them both into the running board module. The connectors are different sizes and will go to corresponding slots on the module. Be sure to secure the harness out of sight. Then move over to the fender liner at the front passenger side wheel. We'll have to partially remove the fender liner to access the headlight housing. You'll have to remove these 2 5.5mm bolts, this plastic screw-on tab, then further up another 5.5mm bolt, and finally this plastic push tab. Once the tabs and bolts have been removed, you can go ahead and peel back the fender liner to access the back of the headlight. We'll first show you how to install the plug-and-play adapter that you can option with your running boards. Please note, the plug-and-play adapter will only operate with LED headlights. If you did not option for our plug-and-play adapter, your kit will come with our Hardwire adapter instead. For plug-and-play installation, please follow these steps. Disconnect the 16-pin connector located close to the center of the headlight housing. Once the connector is removed from the housing, insert the plug-and-play adapter into the connector. Next, feed down the black receiving connector to the headlight housing area. Then attach the black receiving connector you just pulled down to the black 4-pin connector attached to your plug-and-play adapter. Once that's connected, install the other end of the plug-and-play adapter to the headlight housing. Pressing the red locking tab to secure the connector in place. On the driver's side, install the plug-and-play adapter in the same way. If you did not option for plug-and-play adapter, your kit will come with our Hardwire adapter. Here's the breakdown of that. The red and yellow wire with the quick disconnect is to tap to the turn signal wire on your headlight connector. Turn signal will come standard for all running boards. The blue wire with the quick disconnect is for enabling running light if you option for it. If you did not option for running light, this wire will not be active. You can simply tape the disconnect on this wire out of the way. The white wire with the butt connector is for rock light if you option for it. If you did not option for rock light, this wire will not be active, so be sure to tape the butt connector on this wire out of the way. Simply tapping the wires on the headlight connector for optional applications will not enable these features. The only wires active on your Hardwire adapter will be the ones you option for when purchasing your running boards. Again, check out all available lighting options on our website or reach out to our support team with any questions. Your headlight will be configured in one of these 3 different variations, and so your wiring will also be different. If you have halogen headlights, you will have a 3-pin connector. On this vehicle, it's brown, but it might be a black connector on your vehicle. However, if you have LED headlights, your connectors will look different. Now, LED headlights come in 2 configurations. The first for 2015 through 2017 trucks. The second configuration is for 2018 through 2020 trucks. If you have a 2015 through 2017 F150, we go over that in the next section. And if you have a 2018 through 2020 F150, we're showing the wiring breakdown 2 sections over. But first, let's look at how our Hardwire adapter taps to the 3-pin halogen headlight connector. Once the fender liner is partially peeled back, you'll have access to the headlight housing. Feed down the black receiving connector from the passenger side main harness to the headlight housing area. Then disconnect the 3-pin connector from the headlight housing. Using the provided red T-tap, tap to pin 3 for signal. Looking at the wires, with the connector tab to the left, pin 3 is at the 3rd slot from the left. Make sure the T-tap clicks in place. Then connect the red and yellow wire from the Hardwire adapter to this T-tap. If your running board came equipped with running lights, tap to pin 2 next, located in the 2nd slot from the left. Again, tap until the red T-tap clicks in place. Then connect the blue wire from your Hardwire adapter to this T-tap. Next, we'll take the black connector on the Hardwire adapter and connect it to the black receiving connector from the main harness. Once done, go ahead and reconnect the headlight connector. Move over to the driver's side and gain access to the headlight connector in the same way. Guide the black connector on the main driver's side harness down to the headlight housing. Then we'll tap at the headlight housing in the same way. Using the provided red T-tap, tap to pin 3 for signal. Looking at the wires, with the connector tab to the left, pin 3 is at the 3rd slot from the left. Make sure the T-tap clicks in place. Then connect the red and yellow wire from the Hardwire adapter to this T-tap. If your running boards came equipped with running light, tap to pin 2 next, located in the 2nd slot from the left. Again, tap until you hear the red T-tap click in place. Then connect the blue wire from your Hardwire adapter to this T-tap. Next, we'll take the black connector on the Hardwire adapter and connect it to the black receiving connector from the main harness. Once done, go ahead and reconnect the headlight connector, then proceed to installing the main harness. Next, let's go over the tap locations for 2015 through 2017 F150s with LED headlights. To begin, disconnect the 16-pin connector located close to the center of the headlight housing. Peel back some of the tape on the harness if you want some more room. Then, start by tapping the wire at pin 1 for signal. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab pointing up, pin 1 is at the top left corner of the connector. Go ahead and tap here using the provided red T-tap and press until it clicks into place. Next, on your hardwire adapter, bring the red and yellow wire over and connect it to the T-tap here. If you option for running light, we'll tap to pin 3 next. With the connector tab pointing up, pin 3 is on the top row at the third slot from the left. Using the provided red T-tap, tap to the wire here and press until the T-tap clicks in place. Connect the blue wire from your hardwire adapter here. After that, feed the black receiving connector from the main harness down to the headlight housing area. Then attach the black receiving connector you just fed down to the hardwire adapter. With that done, reconnect the headlight connector back to the headlight housing. Once completed, repeat the same steps on the driver's side of the vehicle. Again, disconnect the 16-pin headlight connector. Then, tap to pin 1 that's located at the top left of the connector for signal. Use the provided red T-taps at this wire and press down all the way until the T-tap clicks in place. Install the red and yellow wire from the hardwire adapter here. Next, if you option for running light, tap to pin 3 that's located on the first row and the third slot from the left. Install the T-tap and connect the blue wire from your hardwire adapter here. Guide the black connector on the main driver's side harness down to the headlight housing. Next, we'll take the black connector on the hardwire adapter and connect it to the black receiving connector from the main harness. With the tapping done, you can reinstall the headlight connector back to the headlight housing. Next, let's go over the tap locations for 2018 through 2020 F150s with LED headlights. To begin, disconnect the 16-pin connector from the headlight housing. Peel back some of the tape on the harness if you want some more room. Then tap to pin 2 for signal. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab pointing up, pin 2 is on the first row and the second slot from the left. Go ahead and tap here using the provided red T-tap and press until it clicks in place. Next, on your hardwire adapter, bring the red and yellow wire over and connect it to the T-tap here. If you option for running light, we'll tap to pin 4 next. Pin 4 is on the first row and the fourth slot from the left. Using the provided red T-tap, tap to the wire here and press until the T-tap clicks in place. Connect the blue wire from your hardwire adapter here. After that, feed the black receiving connector from the main harness down to the headlight housing area. Then attach the black receiving connector you just fed down to the hardwire adapter. With that done, reconnect the headlight connector back into the headlight housing. Once completed, repeat these same steps on the driver's side of the vehicle. Again, disconnect the 16-pin headlight connector. Then tap to pin 2 that's located on the top row and the second slot from the left for signal. Use the provided red T-taps at this wire and press down all the way until the T-tap clicks in place. Install the red and yellow wire from your hardwire adapter here. Next, if you option for running light, tap to pin 4 that's located on the top row in the fourth slot from the left. Install the T-tap and connect the blue wire from your hardwire adapter here. Guide the black connector on the main driver's side harness down to the headlight housing. Next, we'll take the black connector on the hardwire adapter and connect it to the black receiving connector from the main harness. With the tapping done, you can reinstall the headlight connector back to the headlight housing. Once your main harness is connected at the headlight, you can now take the white 2-pin pass-through connector on the driver's side, bring it over to the passenger side, and connect it to the white 2-pin connector there. The rock light function overrides any existing function when activated and outputs a solid white light. This will remain on until you switch it off and cannot be overridden by functions such as turn signal or running light. If you did not option for rock light, you can skip to the next section. If you did option for rock light but did not purchase our rock light harness, you will simply need to run a 12-volt power feed to the white wire on the plug and play or hardwire adapter. If you have an existing rock light or auxiliary switch, you can use that, or any 12-volt trigger will do. If you did option for our rock light harness, follow these next steps. Your harness will have this power terminal, 2 long white wires that will go to the headlight, and your switch. Starting on the driver's side, go ahead and grab one of the white wires and route it down towards the headlight connector. Regardless of whether you have our plug and play adapter or the hardwire adapter, the white wire from rock light harness will connect to the white wire with the butt connector. You may want to have your headlight connector disconnected to have better access to your plug and play adapter or hardwire adapter. Connect the white wire from your rock light harness to the white wire on your adapter. Then pass the other white wires as well as your power terminal to the passenger side, then repeat the steps on the passenger side. Pass the red and white wires from your rock light switch to the inside of the cab. Take the red and white rock light wires to the straightened out metal piece. Then guide the metal piece through the firewall to the inside of the cab. Inside the cab, continue to pull the wires through. Locate a suitable spot for the rock light switch and drill a hole into the dash. Once the hole is drilled, install the rock light switch. Be sure to connect the white wires to slot 1 and the red wire to slot 2 as shown here. Let's continue by connecting our passenger side main harness to power and ground. At your battery, unscrew the nut at the positive terminal. Then connect the red power wire here. If you option for rock light, the power wire for that harness will also connect here. Secure with the previously removed nut. Then at the negative terminal of the battery, reconnect the cable. The terminal itself will have a secondary stud. You can connect your ground wire here like you did at the positive terminal. Simply remove the nut and install the eyelet and secure it in place with the previously removed nut. Once everything is connected, test to make sure the running boards are operational. Then proceed with reinstalling the fender liner. Slide the liner into its original position. Press the push tab into place, then install the screw here. Further down, insert the screw on tab, then install 2 more screws. In the same way, install the fender liner on the driver's side. Once everything is connected, secure and tuck any excess wire to the truck out of the way of any heat and moving components. Congrats on completing your install. Boost Auto Lumastep M1 light-up running boards can be purchased on our website at boostauto.com. Boost Auto offers a wide range of parts and accessories for your truck or SUV. To stay up to date on new product releases and more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's all for now. Catch you in the next one.